man dealing with all of the ideas. My lovely sister, Engineer Shola Ashore, the permanent secretary, and our SA, and all the VIPs from that agency who are here. My colleagues from the Ministry of Information and Strategy, especially Mr. Ateshe who is standing over here. All the other directors who are here, and gentlemen of the press, very powerful hosts who have given us a platform on which to stand this morning to come and say all that the administration of Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu and Dr. Kadweba Femi has done in the area of engaging negotiations. This morning, we are holding a very, very important agency. There is something that you want to do in government. If you do have any relationship with the legislation, correcting all of the time, there is no success, because without peace, there can be no development. And when you talk about civic engagement, negotiations are highly discerning people, highly critical, highly litigious. And for you to be able to deal with such people in a manner that they will appreciate all of the little achievements that you have done and what you are doing in government to make life and living cool for negotiations, you need this agency. That is what is called civic engagement. Several times I will call it. People calling me from overseas, they want to collaborate with us and meet ordinary negotiations. Dr. Foladu will be there to help. People who are living with disability, they are complaining that they have been left out of certain things. Dr. Foladu will be there to help. People cannot pay house rent. People cannot feed. All manner of complaints that will piss off people. But the man is always there, smiling and attending to all of them. So in my own view, this agency is doing the human job, because the most difficult aspect of our job is the one that teaches people directly. And I assure you today, you are going to hear a lot about the modest achievements of this agency in the last 1 year. But before I go, I would like to commend the gentlemen of the press. They've done so well. Since we started this series, it's now 2 weeks. None of my colleagues, SC, HC, anybody, none has complained about being misquoted, misreported, or underreported, or not being reported at all. Everybody has come into this room, leaping with so much joy on their faces, and then all of the things that we are saying, people in the four corners of the world are hearing us loud and clear, just because of the kind of diligence, the kind of hard work that gentlemen of the press have put into what they are doing. So I would like to take your indulgence that you give them a kind of applause to know that we appreciate some of the things that they are doing. And it is in the same spirit that I would like you to continue this morning to report the Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement factually, accurately, and in a manner that ordinary negotiations and the big ones that they are working for, we understand the ABC of what Mr. Sanwo-Olu and Dr. Ansat have done through this office. And like I said, I assure you, it's a lot. Thank you so much for being so attentive. Thank you so much for being so diligent. Please continue in that way. And on that note, I would like to surrender the microphone to Dr. Afolabi to tell us the greatest achievements of Mr. Governor through this office. Thank you so much, and have a greatly.
Thank you so much, Honorable Commissioner. Thank you. A round of applause, please. Thank you. I'd like to respectfully invite the Special Advisor to the Governor on Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement, Dr. Afolabi Abiodun Tagidi, for his presentation. Thank you, sir. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. I'm going to do this presentation in two folds. The first, I want to stand up while observing the boss. Then my presentation will be done while sitting. I hope you all follow me that. Because if I stand up, I might not be able to capture most of this effectively. As most of what I brought in here today is going to be very brief, and I want to speak to the slides. The Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. Gwenga Omotojo, thanks for the encomiums that you have happened. But don't forget that the two of us are Babayis in the school. The company will thank you very much for that. The Permanent Secretary, Office of Engagement, I call that the most beautiful place in Alausa, and I stand to be corrected. I stand to be corrected with the ladies and the president here today. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information and Strategy, Mr. Larry Abdullahi, in absentia, our Director from the Ministry of Information and Strategy, and all directors from the Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement in no particular order. You know yourself, I don't have to start mentioning your name because of that. I want to locally recognize the Senior Special Assistant of Political and Legislative, Honorable Saeed Balogu. Thank you very much. The Senior Special Assistant on Civic Engagement, Honorable Ruth Ayomide, who is on sabbatical leave. Thank you very much. This morning, we're going to listen to what we have to present to you. Please permit me to just take my seat while the presentation is ongoing. Last year we were here, and we really have all actionable events that we did in 2025. Today, 2026, is to let you all know what Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu and Dr. Amsat Obafemi Kadri has done in the last 1 year. This 2026. What we are about to observe today is the year 2026 ministerial press brief to make negotiations to how far we have tried. What we have done in the last 1 year in our office. Let me just quickly take you at a glance what our office stands for. This office was established as the Political and Legislative Power Bureau in 1999. In 2015, it was renamed Office of Civic Engagement. 2023, the office was expanded and later renamed Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement with full mandate across all 3 pillars. We are not giving you today 7 years of deepening democracy across Lagos State. Our vision remains in Lagos, where everyone is engaged, fulfilled, and lives in harmony. While our mission is to promote an inclusive society through strengthening civic engagement and fostering collaboration among all political stakeholders. Our mandate is to strengthen harmonious relationship between the executive and legislative arms of government, create and implement citizen engagement policies where every resident, irrespective of creed, religion, ethnicity, feels secure and engaged fulfilled. While our core values are professionalism, active collaboration, integrity, and impartiality. The office structure, we are divided into 6 departments: political, legislative, citizen engagement, legal, administration and human resources, and finance and account. While we have 5 units. Under this, we have procurement, planning and research statistics, public affairs, audit, and ICT. The graphic is the graphic so stakeholders. I want to really show to the Russians that those areas that were seriously covered by this ministry. In Lagos, we have 3 senatorial districts, with 5 immediate divisions: Ikeja, Badagry, we have Lagos Island, we have Egbe division. Aside from this, we have 20 local governments, areas, NDAs, and we have 37 local council development areas. In Lagos State, I can tell you authoritatively that we have 900 market associations, transport unions, and park. We have 4,000 street area zones, resident associations that we call CDA and CDC. 225 marginalized under-reserved riverine communities in Lagos State, and we have 32,500 religious institutions. And I'm happy to tell you that we, in the office of political, legislative, and civic engagement, we have engaged all this number of people that we are highlighting today, that have been highlighted. We have made them severally, we have made them individually. to making sure that everybody in Lagos State are well taken care of. Engage stakeholder by group. This is what we are not to do best. Engaging different stakeholders. And we do this intermittently, sporadically too. We organize town hall meetings with different various stakeholders where we engage them in solving their problems, because they are the ones that are very close to the grassroots. And if we want government policies, government programs, government activities to get to the grassroots, you cannot underplay the role of CDA and CDC. So we engage them on many occasions, and they have been highly supportive to all our programs. They have been highly supportive to all our invites to them, and they have contributed a lot towards making all actions, all projects implemented by Mr. Governor, by the government, to be well fed by the citizen through they act as a dog that see both the inside and the outside, and they help us in preparing the ministry projects and ministry policies to them. The CSO and NGOs, you know, they are a very valuable voice. Anywhere in the country, the civil society organization should always be listened to. If we don't do that, they might or do otherwise. So we engage them effectively. We go to them to hold meetings with them. They come to our office to hold meetings with them, with us too. And whatever we want to disseminate to their members, they always champion that cause. The mass, so digital media, you know, the era at which we are now is the era of, you know, digital AI. Whatever we are doing, we must have a very robust and good communication, so that the media can help in disseminating most of our activities, government activities, to the citizen. And I think I want to thank the men of the media. They have been so supportive to us, just like the AC information has said. I need to mention here too that the media have been so supportive to our ministry. The media chat we had about 3 months ago, they were all present and all made that day for us. And thank you, the media of the press. Executive legislative panel. This is the whole program that has been so fundamentally enjoyed by all. Most especially the legislative arms, the House of Assembly members from Lagos State, the National Assembly that includes both members of the House of Representatives and the Senate, the most distinguished senators from our state. We always engage them with the executive arms of the government, led by Mr. Abadi Sowolu and the Deputy Governor, Dr. Obafemi Kadi Amzat. and all other party organs in Lagos State. This party is done under a closed-door meeting where we judge, where we reflect on the past activities of government. What do we need to do? How do we do it? How do we go about it? And on many occasions, we came out with good communique after the event. And the communiques that we have reached on each of these parties have made a very significant in changing the milestone of Lagos State government. Other states too, they are trying to copy what we've been doing, and I pray they get it right. We also engage the students and youth. They have the greater tomorrow. So whatever we are doing, they must not be left aside. We'll carry them along with our activities. We organize programs. We sensitize them with enlightenment so that they can be more responsible and more responsive on civic duties and active participation in governance. If we don't do this, we will not be fair to the young shall grow. And we have done that in such a way that we go to their schools, we organize different programs for them, and I think they are better placed now. But we will continue to do that. The vulnerables, we make sure that we extend our hands to the less privileged in the community through what we call eco-cares. Eco-cares before now was someone real estate, someone care. Where any of the privileged residents of Lagos State can easily come to us, writing letters to us, asking for financial assistance through government, and we'll be able to do this very well. And I'm pleased by chest to that we have done very, very well in this regard. And all we do is just to ensure that they are not left out of government developmental policies. And then the challenges are met. We have different challenges coming to our ministry. The less privileged, the handicapped, those that can't afford to pay ward school fees, those that want houses, we could not get money to rent houses, those that would not want to set up businesses, different businesses, they will come to us. And assiduously, we have tried as much as possible to help them. We also go about making sure that special needs of people are well taken care of too. For policy include and give financial support to someone who needs. That is just, a tip top to what I just mentioned now. Unions, association, artisans, unions, association, transport and market parts are engaged and sensitized on civic responsibility. On many occasions, we have visited the parks. We have visited the marketplaces. We have visited these artisans who engage them at their meetings. They come to us if we invite them to, and we have done very well with them, and they are part of the government. And that is why, often said, you never see people writing bad about the government and they know most of the programs that government is doing. We collaborate also with private sector on developmental issues, ensures interests are provided for. We don't say because they are not part of government. They are sensitive sectors too. That is the private sectors. We make sure that we go to them, we engage them, and we have been, most of them too at times they sponsor some of our programs just to show commitment that they are with the government. Faith-based organization. We have preached to all of them to promote a responsible and responsive citizen, and they have been doing very well. They have been doing very well. And when I talk about faith organization, all right, we all belong to different faiths. To whichever faith you belong to, we have reached you. If we have not, we have not to you. Traditional leaders. Our royal fathers, the robbers, the violence, and other leaders, we are always in good contact with them to cascade government policies and programs to the grassroots and encourage civic participation in government. I want to thank the violence, the robbers, because most of our programs, they are always eager and happy to be part of the government. And if you want to believe me, our collaboration with NDAs, Ministry, Department, and agencies of government to ensure effective service delivery will bring that and swift response to citizen demands and complaints through citizen aid platform. I'm happy to tell you that today we have engaged nearly, if not all the MPAs in our citizen aid platform. They are our voice outside. They help us in solving problems of the residents through the resolvers, and we have onboarded as many resolvers as possible. Let me just tell you why this is working. I want to make sure that not everybody that has a problem will come to Alausa through our citizen aid platform. All you need to do is just log into this app. Once you log in, put your problem there, and each of the problems will be taken up by the ministry that is concerned with such a problem, and immediately they will swift into action and make sure the problems are resolved. So the Ghanaians don't need to come to Alausa, to come to the Ministry of Works, to come to information, to come. They can easily log in their problems on this platform, and I tell you, they all be attended to. Our approach is nurturing civic consciousness and democratic participation. Summary time. You will see that the facilitation and institutionalization of a people-centered, responsive, and participating government. This is part of what we do. We want people to be part of the system. We want people to be more responsive. If you are responsive, you will be participatory. You will not feel concerned that they are not carrying us along, so we don't know what they are doing. We want everybody to be part of government policies, government actions, and government programs. We want you to understand the right and the responsibility as citizens of Lagos State. There are some things that are your right, but not everybody knows that. But what we do is to sensitize them, to let them know that if you don't know this is your right, you are shortchanging yourself. There are many other things that the Lagosians do not know about from the government. So we go about to sensitize them and let them know what to do and let them know how government works. If you know how government works, then you can inject yourself into the government programs and get it right done. Active citizenship and democracy. Where we are now, we live in democracy. It's a democratic. Everybody should be participating in it. As a good citizen of Lagos State, the office employs you to be actively involved as a citizen in the democratic setting of the state. It is your civic responsibility. You should know what to do at a particular time and know how to go about it. On our social intervention programs, that is the ECO-CARES, financial assistance, BHD, this is mother infant child delivery, then food palliative distribution. They giving out 3,301 benefits to the beneficiaries of this program. For that side, I will tell you the government released 2.1 billion naira for the program, and cumulative household assisted since 2020 was 11,991,000 beneficiaries through the ECO-CARES financial assistance, and total disbursed of money to date is 4.6 billion naira, and this is still counting because this year has not ended, so we are still doing it. What we do under this is to give support to indigent residents, students, medical cases, small business owners, and vulnerable households. The major disbursement we had at our last event held at the Blue LTV8, Blue Roof LTV8 compound, Alamsa, was 1,000 beneficiaries at a single event. That shows that we were able to give at a single event ECO-CARES to 1,000 beneficiaries for that particular period in Lagos State. The program features cover direct cash grants, medical bills, education fees, housing, business startup. Women and persons with disabilities and the elderly are priority beneficiary group that we always take care of. And this helps us to strengthen economic inclusion, citizen welfare, and public trust in government. Reinforce Lagos State commitment to responsive and people-centered governance. How do you benefit from this? It's so easy, it's so simple. All Lagosians need to do is to put in a letter to our office. We target letter of financial assistance. Once you do that, write whatever you think you want the government to do for you. If it is on medical bill, you have to attach medical documents to it to substantiate your claim. If it is school fees you want to pay for your children, attach necessary documents to it. If you want to start small group business, the same thing do. If it is on medical, you know what we do? Most times we'll go to the hospitals to check if that particular person is seriously ill. And one occasion we are giving financial assistance to people that we are brought from hospital, and we'll go down in our office, we'll go to the ground floor to go and present the checks to them. And if we notice somebody is sick as claimed, we'll know how to do it. Send people to his house to confirm whether that person truly is bedridden. We do this before, during, and after. The after is more important to those that say they want to do businesses. Businesses, little businesses, they want to start. When giving them that money, because in their letter, they will put their photographs there. They will put let me just quickly say this. The prerequisite to get this phone will be based on that you are living in Lagos State. So your last round will be attached to the letter you are writing. A photocopy letter. Your NIN must be there. Photocopy. Your passport photograph must be there. And your phone number. Because most of these people who don't know them, we only get in touch with them through phone contact. So when their checks are ready, we call them. And before then, if you did not supply enough document, we also reach you through your phone number. So we provide anybody that wants to do this. First, they will be resident of Lagos State. And that your number, your phone number must be there, your NIN must be there, so you're able to get in contact with you. I am happy to say that up to now, many people have come to our office and come crying, but I tell you, 96% of them go back to their homes with smiles. This Friday too, I'm happy to inform you, this Friday we give out checks to over 100 beneficiaries this Friday. And I think that will be part of what the governor is doing. Let me quickly give you the cumulative impact to date. Impact today on Ecokia's economic empowerment. 6,000 beneficiaries from FMCG program. 2021 to 2023, multiple disbursement phases. Maja with Sanwo-Olu listing, Sanwo-Olu care plan. October 2025, the governor, represented by Deputy Governor Hamzat, at LTV disbursement ceremony. May 2025 to 2026, cycle 3,301 beneficiaries processed in current reporting period. The year 2026 budget allocation was 3.14 billion. And I was letting you know that active disbursement is in the pipeline. male 57 and female 42 have benefited so far from this program. That is the goal some look at. The Modern Infant-Child Development Mission, we call it a threat to nutrition, it's a threat to our society. Launched December 2020. But I think it is good to note that not all pregnant women will have the capability of feeding the fetus with the right type of nutrition that the developing embryos need. So the government now decided that, look up, why don't we help those mothers that do not feed the fetus, the embryo, with adequate nutrition, those embryos. Because if you fail to develop the embryo, the fetus, it might impact the development of the brain. And once that is done, by the time you give birth to that child, you might not get what it is expected of the child because of bad malnutrition of food given to them. So we have decided that we go to all these PHC in Lagos State. We have 6 of them. We have visited thousands of pregnant women. We give them food items that have high nutritional value. We give to them beans, we give to them rice, we give to them crates of eggs, indomie, all those nutritional foods that have helped the mother to take good care of that fetus in her. But what the mother eats determines how best the embryo or the fetus will do well in the mother's womb. So all the 6 PHC who have visited them in Lagos State, we did it last year, everybody else we have done it, and several years. And for this year too, by the grace of God, we shall be doing it. And it is done on the physical contact and not by proxy. Most times we go to those people who will sing with them. You know those songs that they give to the pregnant women in the hospital. Is it antenatal or prenatal? The prenatal. But before she gives birth, we sing with her. We do all this thing. So it's from a bit of exercise. And I tell you, it is a program that is highly valuable. A program that has been well accepted. And one good thing about this program is, if you collect for this year, it's not like you cannot collect for next year. Because there's no way pregnant woman will be impregnated every year. I think you got to do it. No woman will have we get better every year. It's not possible. At least every year. So you want to keep the baby. Well, I am saying this. I can be corrected. That I have not seen where we go to in this 6 PHC. That they will tell us this woman came last year and she had to collect another one this year. I have not witnessed that. If that is happening, go to other states. How can you be giving back to children every year? You want to kill yourself? I mean, we have not seen a reported case or cases of such. If you have seen it, maybe in the other part of the state, we take care of our pregnant women here. I will always advise them to give back, to give cap, to shine bearing. Every year. You want to kill your husband too. No, we don't encourage that in Lagos State. Alright, we encourage child family planning too. Is there in Lagos State, and that is what is. At that I'll see some. They come to my office. This is life and direct. You don't see them. You come to my office. You need government to help you. The baby at the back could be bottom. It is not up to 1 year, and you are pregnant. I will not ask you. You are not. You are not. How can you? This one, you have not nurtured him or her, the baby you are carrying, and you are not pregnant again. I will tell them, whatever you have come to do here, don't come back this year. I tell them, don't come back this year. Everybody needs good health and good feeding ability for the children. Please let us encourage child spacing. Go for family planning. It's there now. It's there. You women, go for family planning. You will help your children. When you put 2 children or 3 children, primary 1, primary 2, primary 3, how do you want to cope? When they enter, you now have 3 children or 4 in university, and you say you don't have enough capability, enough resources to take care of them, and you are telling me it is happening. Go and do it. Put 3 children in university, and you will know what it is. You will sweat. You will sweat. Those of them that are looking like they say it is possible. They can have one. Go and do it yourself now, and see the repercussion. So what we do in our office is also to make sure we help the pregnant women to sustain their livelihood and to cater for their futures. We have 6 districts, and I'm telling the men, the gentlemen of the press, you can go to all these districts and confirm what I'm saying now. All right? Very soon, in the next 1-2 months, we shall be embarking on another program for this PhD. But this one, we have it in Okoba General Hospital. District 2, we have it in Bakodo, PhD in the Ikorodu. District 3, Lekki LCDA Center. District 4, Akirele Surulere. District 5, Aderemi Ifelodu. District 6, we have Ikeda LCDA Center. And I'm challenging the men, the gentlemen of the press to please go to all this PhD and confirm this that we are seeing. Palliative distribution program. Well, just like the AC has said, if you need anything, our office is there to do for you. If the government wants to distribute palliative to the residents of Lagos State, they will come to us. We will invite the CDC. We will invite the CDC. We will go to the religious organization, Muslims, Christian. We will invite the CSO, Civic Society organization. They will come to us. And more importantly, we involve the police. Because it is very disheartening that if care is not taken when you are distributing palliative, it can lead to more action. But in order to bring in sanity, we invite the police to please come and be on standby to locate them. You will notice this too, that last about months ago, we had a palliative distribution to celebrate Mr. President's birthday. It was a prevalence for nationwide food palliative distribution to support residents amid economic challenges. This was was done at the Blue Roof Event Center and the DDP. And the distribution extended to community centers, religious center, and central location for wider access. Every LDAs and every LCDA in Lagos State was covered. 57 distribution points minimum. This is to reinforce the inclusiveness we are talking about, welfare delivery, social support, and citizen-centered governance. It demonstrated the state government capacity for rapid compassion, social economic relations. And this we have done, we have been doing. And when you look at the impact speaks for itself. An estimated of over 100,000 residents directly reached based on average Lagos household size of 5 persons per month recipient. Part of the impact too is that it provided immediate nutritional relief to the most vulnerable segment of the society, the elderly, widowed household, persons with disability, and low-income families. It also helped in achieving pharmacy community penetration, distribution through mosques, churches, community centers, and other trusted regions and civic venues. Residents who could not travel to government division point were still reached within their neighborhood. What we do with those people living far away from the government seat, we will take these palliatives to them. Because if you ask them to come to Alausa to collect, the money they will spend on transportation to and fro, you can now imagine what is it that will be the palliative that the transportation money will have gone. So what we do is we go to them, we go to Madagri, we go to Epe. The Ikorodu is not far. Most people come from Ikorodu, and most especially when they are going. Some of them that come crying to us will give them money for transportation, because if you get to the doctor, the part will charge them heavily because of those routes. So most cases will give them stipends to take care of their transportation. It's deepening the office of public political legislative and civic engagement, social intervention network with CDC, CDA for last milestone distribution. And it also reinforced our community collaboration for time-sensitive statewide welfare program. If you look at the photograph up there, this is just a testimony, a testament that this is what we do. Look at the eco-care distribution. We'll ask them, when checks are being given, the check is meant for you, and don't allow anybody to say you want to take a percentage of that check. Those that do that, and God will be waiting for them somewhere. We don't do it in the office. But we've seen cases where people will come complaining that they cannot write letter, somebody help them to write the letter. And the person will say, if you get your money, I will take a percentage from it. If you want to let them come back, alone was God will meet them at the point where they will be looking for cry, and they will not see cry. They will want to laugh, God will not give them the laughter. Those that do that, they cannot make careful. They won't make careful. If you take money from allied, from the low children person, and you that have much, you still want to take from their money. Don't punish those people that do that. Me, I have said one thing to my God, that the money that is spent for this program, it will not enter my pocket. If God punish people that I deserve, if it enter my pocket, me, I will not do it. The government said, go and give this money to the indigent people, and you are taking the money, you are putting it in your pocket, or you go refer. They are not saying there, if God will punish you. Go and continue doing it. We'll ask them, look at them, checks, put it. They only come pray for the governor, pray for the deputy governor, and they pray for those of us in that office too. This is PG. You can see the pregnant women. You might not see the pregnant. The stomach is not protruding much here. But please, when next we are taking photographs, take photographs of those that are highly pregnant. First 3 months. Okay, that's first 3 months, but that's when it's still growing. But there are some women that too go, the belly is protruded. Look for such women that are HPRO. Look for those women that are in their trimester, that their stomach is protruded. Snap them. If you are frying corn for a blind man, you must be whistling. Because the gentleman will say, I'm not going to give take pictures of those that are pregnant, small pregnant women. Take it. And the start pictures here is just the palliative distribution given to people. The one that we had for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It was a good initiative by Mr. Governor, and there was a letter in that palliative box that the people that benefited were all happy, and they were happy to read the letters inside that palliative. They all went home with smiles. Civic education and sensitization program. Nurturing civic consciousness and democratic participation among the Russians. We have engaged 17,783 in this cycle. Then the student educated on governance and civic right to date is 25,671. And if you look at this, it's a good impact to the small children, both in the primary school and in the secondary school. And most times, if we engage these students, we saw that we have really impacted on their civic right and responsibility, and this we will continue to do. The residents engaged on governance and civic economic empowerment is 89,122. While underserved community engaged on governance and civic empowerment is 4. Now this include the riverine area. And if you want to go to the riverine area, you have to be specially equipped. Alright? You have to be specially equipped. Those in the riverine area this year, we'll see what we can do. We can get enough flying boat. We will reach them for this year. This civic education and sensitization program, it's is implemented civic education through storytelling, art, books reading, and interactive celebration. Come to my office, come to the PS office, and come to some of our offices. We have art drawings by these small children that will do competition for them on who knows how to draw best. At times they will do an artistic impression of this what we are doing, and you will be so marveled. Teach them on governance, citizenship, public service, and the simplified child rights to kidnapping. 11 junior, 4 secondary, and 2 primary across central district community managed civically responsible generation. That's what we have done. We have extended the civic engagement form to the underserved community across the state, reaching 100,000 residents. Sensitized them on policies, law, government program, civic responsibility, and state agricultural opportunities in collaboration with LASRA. When we go for sensitization program, what we do is we take some agencies along with us, like the LASRA, Lagos State Health Management Agency. Because there is a benefit for Lagosians that they can get through LASMA called Ilera Ego. So whenever I want to distribute checks, we tell LASMA to come and educate the beneficiaries on how best to partner with them so that they can access free medical services in Lagos State. The last one too, that you need to arm yourself with last one that shows you reside in Lagos State. And there are a lot of benefits that you can get through last one. So we bring these agencies to come and talk to them. And once the feeling they are talking, the beneficiaries are better informed and they go all about meeting the agencies for continuity into how to access benefits that can accrue to them through the justice. Voter education and senatorial district advocacy talk. This we do regularly. And now, the period at which we have now is the political terrain. So people need education on voters and how they can do better. So we organize voter education and civic outreach programs across Lagos in collaboration with INEC and NASEC. That is for both the federal, which is the INEC, and NASEC, which take care of the state, Lagos State. We have engaged 78,715 participants through grassroots mobilization and community education in correct circle. Expanded civic awareness, voters education, and access to government information. We have promoted informed political participation, accountability, and inclusive governance, strengthening grassroots relationship with our public confidence in governance. We intensify programs ahead of the AG election held in July 2025, and we shall this year be doing more on voters, education, advocacy for the incoming election, the general election that will be coming up early next year. We have engaged organized electoral district activities and sensitization campaigns across Lagos Central, East and West conducted grassroots engagement in markets, motor parks, and community, engaged traders, artisans, transport operators, youth, women, and underserved community, promoted inclusive governance, civic responsibility, and public awareness of government programs. We have also helped in strengthening citizen participation, equity, people-centered governance across Lagos State. 132,500 participants have been across all three senatorial districts. In this circle, we have taken care of them. Community-based engagement and political class session. Average participant per CDC quarterly session is above 300,000. Average participant per CDC quarterly session to date is 980,000 plus. Participant at political class session is over 250, while political class for central district is just 7. So we organize quarterly town hall, community development station, engagement across Lagos State, just as is being said and shown on the screen. Conflict resolution and volunteerism program. This ministry has done a lot when you talk about conflict resolution. Disputes, we've had a lot of resolutions meeting. When people come to the state assembly to protest, the first people that goes there is this office. To ask them what they want, to ask them what they need, to ask them what are their agitation. Once this is done, they bring back to the office, we will write a memo on it, send it to Mr. Governor. The Lagos Assembly will meet them. They will write us what their action is on the protest. They will debate on it and send it to us for onward transmission to Mr. Governor. I must let you know that this office is the intermediary between the legislative and the executive. Whatever the legislative has to be sent to Mr. Governor, it has to pass to this office. And from our office, we send it to Mr. Governor. Law sensitization and anti-vandalism program, we do that. And what we have been able to do is to simplify all the laws in the state to Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo for better understanding of the residents of Lagos State. All laws that are passed by the Lagos State House of Assembly is simplified into these 3 categories. We have organized a 3-day session program on key Lagos State laws and policy, focus law, human organ harvesting law, feeding assistance law, consumer protection law. Simplify legislative information to promote civic understanding and inform compliance. We have collaborated with MDAs, CSOs, NGOs, and CDC and CDA for broader grassroots reach. We have strengthened the civic participation, the policy awareness, and inclusive governance across Lagos State. Vandalism of government properties too, we have conducted statewide and anti-vandalism sensitization campaign across Lagos for every. You will note that recently the residents of Lagos State, they are now better informed. Unlike before, when they are agitated for something, the next thing for them to do is to start vandalizing government properties. And I think these have reduced gradually. It has seriously reduced. And now, it has even helped. We have helped promote civic responsibility. Patriotism. Patriotism is the key word here. And community ownership of public infrastructure. What the government does now is when they build, they will go and hand over that project to the community. Then open your eyes and allow your people in the community to go and destroy what the government has done for you. So all this will go to the communities to let them know that if you destroy it, you are destroying your tomorrow. If you destroy it, you are destroying what your children should live to when they come back to, when they come in this world. The photograph you can see them, just to let you know what we have done so far. We interact with children too, you can see them. That's our small exercise we will give it to them. The 19th executive panel that was only done last month is the 19th edition, where we have 29 resolutions adopted, and it is 7 years of consistent legislative planning, and it is the 28th legacy planning expected for this year. I don't need to talk much about this, but most of the gentlemen of the press and most people knows that this is a must-do planning in this office, and we have been doing it. It brings about the political mechanism of policymaker. What you have done in your areas, executive members, political stakeholders of the state, documented public forum to formally assess their governance record. We've held interactive plenary and working group session on inclusive governance and policy alignment, address key governance and developmental challenges through structures deliberation. We have reinforced synergy among 3 arms of government through collaboration, coordination, and consensus. We have promoted stronger cohesion and inclusive governance framework for diverse community. Legislative proceeding. We go to the Lagos State House of Assembly to go and watch their legislative proceedings. We go to the National Assembly, both the upper and the lower chamber to watch their legislative proceeding. And this is just to bring about a good synergy between the Lagos State government, executive, and those that are representing us in the various localities, both in Abuja and in Lagos State. We have attended 28 Lagos State House of Assembly plenary session during this review period. We have monitored legislative deliberations, policy discussions, and matters of public importance. Prepare and forwarded comprehensive legislative reports to the governor and Mr. Deputy Governor. We have recorded the successful passage of 8 bills into law in 2025, maintaining regular interface with the Lagos State House of Assembly and ditto the National Assembly. Liaising with local government and resident chairmen. The 20 LG and LCD chairmen, we have engaged them. Stakeholders category represented. We have 121 participants and 12 key thematic areas of discussion. Well, these are just pictures from our interaction with different stakeholders. This is the 19th executive panel. where we have discussant talking on a particular issue. National Assembly visit by this ministry to present them gift from us, NDA, SCD engagement, and grassroots engagement, digital education and communication, Citizen Gate digital platform. We have today the users of this Citizen Gate today is 750,000 plus. The total MBAs that have been upgraded is 120. First feedback received in this cycle is 620, while feedback resolved is 490. That's about 83%, which I think is not bad. The available web, please, you can also see there. You can link us, you can get to us with what you are seeing on the screen. National pre-registration, national portal, land bureau portal, portal for Ecokia, Lagos State Civil and Social Media Platform, Lagos State Management, so Lagos State Project Monitoring and Reporting Platform, open consultation with community champion sign-up. Just with all this, I think the Citizen Gate training and engagement session. New MDAs onboarded, cumulative, like I said, is 120. The new one that has not been onboarded is 25. The MDAs that have been inspected, operation assessment is 50, while feedback resolved and received is 490, between 490 and 620. Cases still being processed is 130, and I hope all these cases will be well taken care of. Citizen Gate Radio, TV, social media engagement. We have 1.76 to 40 million listeners across this circle community. Language is English, Yoruba, and Pidgin. Our office goes on to be here to let people know what we are doing. Most times they do question and answer. They call in and ask about the government policies, ask about government programs, and they will ask us about what can they do for them to be beneficiary of all these government initiative programs that we are talking about, and we've been able to do that. And when you look at the platform, Facebook is about 61,200 viewers. TikTok about 32 viewers. Content that are mostly available: civic rights, political literacy, Lagos law, voters education, dividend of democracy. Multimedia short form videos, infographic, and live session which we've been able to strengthen public trust and government responsiveness. Echo FM. If you want to listen to us, Echo FM, Wednesday, 1:30 p.m. Radio Lagos Yoruba, Thursday, 6:20 p.m. And the Nigeria FM Traffic Radio, LTV, Thursday, 2:30 p.m. Well, just to let you know, it's a part of what we do most cases, if you go along Ogusuki, if you go along Obagantoni, you see our people here. It's not to promote and create awareness on all that we do. This is our Citizen Gate Radio, Citizen Gate TV, and social media engagement. Strategic partnership and special initiative. NGO sponsor. 3 NGO were sponsored during this cycle. 145 CSO engaged cumulatively this cycle. 385 CSO engaged cumulatively today. MSME engaged their 60. Well, all this we do in making sure that we want to strengthen collaboration with the CSO through capacity building and advocacy and the NGOs too. Right? And we have been able to do best on this. Then we have the roundtable and strategic plan 2025 to 2027. Media chat engaged today at 3. 183 mass and digital media participants cycle. 2025 to 2027 strategic plan period. The 4 strategic pillars: political, legislative, and civic community. Civic week celebration. We always have in every year Civic week celebration to go about and meet our people. We do it in all the 5 divisions. That of last year have been concluded. This year is ongoing, and we have planned to celebrate the civic engagement. Then we have what we call soup kitchen location. We go to all these garages just to let them be participating in what government does. We go to Ikeja Motor Park, Ayobo Motor Park, Agege Motor Park, Orele Motor Park, Oshodi, where we go and give them food. Giving them food, the vendors that are selling food in each of these garages will give them money to cook food, and will give those people, the drivers, the computers, will give them tickets free to go and eat in that location. So once they eat in the location, it is the ticket used that will be cumulatively sum up together and pay the food vendor. This is not to bring, because we don't want to prepare food and come and give to them. They will say the government has come to give them food. After eating the food, they go back to the house and started purging. They will say they are poisoning them and they are giving them. We don't want to do that. So we now say, those your food vendors that are cooking for you, go and eat there. And it was a very purposeful, very successful program. And we had people asking us when are the government coming again. These are some of those things this office is doing, so that we bring government together, so that we've done it very well. We have done civic week celebration to promote inclusive government and citizen participation, deliver a village soup kitchen across all 5 divisions, bringing government to the grassroots, engage average 2,000 per division. We have conducted institutional school campus program, engage program of civic education too. We have visited the universities too. We visited Lagos State University, and we visited classroom where we interacted with the students there, and I think they gave the government a good pass mark. And having done this, if government asks anything to it, we are so sure and very optimistic that the students will go along with the government. So that is what That is just exactly what we have done. Alright, this is part of our media share program, the stakeholders roundtable meeting, strategic plan, communication strategy launch. You can see when I said the KBCs, the partners, they are always ready to partner with us. This is just an example of what we are doing when we launched our strategic plan and communication strategy. Civic handout. This civic handout. Then we have the consolidated statistical impact. Just look at the summary of all that we've been doing in this circle. You can see them. Then we have what is the way forward. What is our plan? What is our future plan? What do we do next to consolidate on all that we have done? So we just say consolidated 7 years democratic governance as the administration enter its legacy phase. We have been able to build public trust, season gate 1 million user target, community champions statewide networking, strengthening stakeholder partnership, civic education expansion, civic light 2027 election readiness, annual perception survey and state of Lagos report, inclusion, youth, women and under represented. Conclusion: 7 years of delivering governance to every Lagosian. 750 Lagosians are now digitally connected to their government. 20,000 families receive food palliatives. 3,301 vulnerable residents receive financial assistance. 8 new laws now govern Lagos life. 29 resolutions from the 19th Party with chief governance, and 44 community champions are already in the field. These are not statistics, they are stories of life's change, voices heard, and democracy deeply. Bigger in level and
Thank you very much, Dr. Special advisors to the governor on political, legislative, and civic engagement. A round of applause for him for that beautiful presentation. Members of the press, this is your time to ask questions. Please don't forget to tell us your name and your name of your media house you represent.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Honorable Commissioner. My name is Omalabake Lawal, and I report for Advocates Broadcasting Network Television. My question is, how frequently does the office engage lawmakers on citizen feedback gathered from communities? Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lydia Ajani, and I report for African News 24 TV. Sir, can you provide data on public complaints, petitions, or civic submissions received and resolved by the office? Thank you.
That's myself. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláìdé Gold, mo jábọ̀ fún ìwé ìròyìn lọ. Ẹ ti sọ nípa àwọn àṣeyọrí tí ìṣàkóso gómìnà Babájídé Sanwó-Olú ti ṣe ní ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba Èkó tó mójútó tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú, ìròfin àti ìbáṣepọ̀ ará ìlú. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní àkóso bó ti kò rí lérò àwọn kan wọ́n ní àwọn tí ó darapọ̀ mọ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú nìkan ni wọ́n jẹ àǹfààní ìbéèrè rẹ̀. Ìkànnì wọn ní ẹ̀ ń gbà láti gbé ìròyìn sí etí gbọ́ àwọn ará ìlú tí wọ́n fi láǹfààní láti mọ̀ jẹ àǹfààní ìwé ìròyìn Yorùbá wo ni lò bíi àti ìwé ìròyìn gbélé gbọ́ torí pé àwọn kì í gbọ́ bẹ̀. Dábàá sọ fún wa ní ṣókí ọ̀nà àtọ̀ láti jẹ́ alábàápín nínú àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ẹ̀ka ilé ìṣẹ́ ìjọba yìí kí àwọn ọ̀nà wa lè wò lé ọṣẹ́ wọn.
Thank you very much. Special advice over to you, sir.
Madam Omon Labake Lawa. Well, I'll tell you this, and I've said it when I was reading out my presentation. We are almost in contact with the legislators who observe their sessions, who observe their plenary too. And like I said, most of the decisions reached are always at the tips of our fingers. Apart from how, because in the ministry we have a political department there that see to the affairs of the lawmakers in the state. And most of their plenary sessions are being observed by them. And like I said, when they finish any of their plenary, the resolutions will be passed to us for onward transmission to Mr. Governor. They don't write to Mr. Governor directly. All their resolutions will be passed to us through the clerk of the house. And it is our responsibility to channel this decision to Mr. Governor. And more occasionally, if any of the NDAs are affected, we enroute these two to the NDAs so that they can take immediate action. And knowing fully that Mr. Governor is aware of this resolution, those NDAs will immediately swift into action and make sure those resolutions are well taken care of. On the complaint, public complaint, we have another department in our ministry, which is called political department. Anytime we had I no go gree you, I no go gree, big government, I no go gree. That department is what they call an ear to the ground. Any noise, any drum, any pattern that come across to Lagos State House of Assembly or any of the ministry, nowadays we don't allow them to come into the main campus again, but they will find their ways en route to the Lagos State House of Assembly. Anytime that department hears something of us, and we have somebody at the Lagos State House of Assembly that will always call the department, hey, the customers are around. And when they hear that, they will pick their reporting book and pen and camera off, they go to that place, and the public complaint will be had. They will write report on it, submit to us. When it is being submitted, we now await the response or responses from the Lagos State House of Assembly on what action they have taken or what action they want to take. Once that action is taken, most occasionally and most importantly, the actions are not taken that day. They simply need to go and report it in the house, send it to the committee that has to deal with such a program and with such a complaint. The committee will meet, and every of their meeting will have our representative in that subcommittee meeting to address that particular complaint on issue. And whatever that is done will be communicated to them too. And on many occasions, we have been saddled with the responsibility of calling them to actually know what they really wanted. And once we got there, if it is a matter of MDAs, we come in right to the MDAs, seek for a meeting, and most occasionally we've been able to address such complaint and nip it in the bud before it gets escalated. Ọláìdé Gold, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ sọ ni mo ti gbọ́. Mo lè fẹ́ tó ti wípé a ní àwọn ètò àjálù bí ara ayélujára tá a máa fi ṣiṣẹ́. Mo sọ fún yín wípé a máa ń lọ sí Lagos television, a máa ń lọ sí radio Lagos, tàbá lè lọ òyìnbó ní ọ̀pọ̀ àbúlọ sọ́mbẹ̀ o, àbí ní programs tó yẹ pé Yorùbá la máa ń sọ gbélé gbọ́ tàbá ti sọ tàbá ti tán lèdè kó wá bá wa àwa sí ọ̀dọ̀ gbélé gbọ́ náà, àwa ṣe atótó arẹ́rìn, àwa nígbà ìjáre sí gbogbo àwọn olólùfẹ́ yìí kọ́ lè mọ̀kàn tí gómìnà wa àti igbákejì ẹ̀ kọ́ lè mọ̀kàn tí wọ́n ń ṣe bẹ̀tà ìjáwọ́ èdè Yorùbá àti ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì lọ́nà fi ń bá ọ sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn olè lè tó Ìgbò torí àgọ́ Ìgbò ìgbò lè sọ Ìgbò pẹ̀lú lè sọ òyìnbó díẹ̀ àti Yorùbá díẹ̀ ló lè sọ. So Ọláìdé Gold ẹ bá wọ̀rí gbélé gbọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ sí wa, ẹbí ti ẹ̀fọ́kọ̀balẹ̀, ẹbí ti PRO wa olódúró yìí ẹ̀rọ bí ti ẹ̀ bá lọ bá ṣe mítì ẹ̀ bá ṣe pàdé aṣọ bí àṣemá wa. Mo fi dá ẹni lójú pé èmi náà ni máa kọ́ wá sórí ètò ìgbélé gbọ́ yín láti bàbá àwọn ará yín sọ̀rọ̀. Yes. Wọ́n ní olùwádìí báwo ni àwọn ará ìlú báwo ló ṣe máa benefit lórí ètò yìí. Ọláìdé Gold olùkọ́ ń gbọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ jù lórí ibi táwa yìí. Prógráàmù gbélégbé ìlọ́gbọ̀n náà láti bá wá tú lọ́gbọ̀n náà ní gbogbo ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún wọn. Tá a bá sọ bí wọn ò ní gbọ́, àwọn olólùfẹ́ yìí tẹ́yìn tó ti mọ̀ wípé tó bá ti di àsìkò báyìí wọ́n fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tó wá látọ̀dọ̀ yìí, àwa bá wọn sọ wọn á lè gbọ́ àtú gbogbo ẹ̀ àtúkalẹ̀ ní ó bá ti gbà. Àmọ́ òfin tó ti pé gbélé gbọ́ ẹ̀ máa retí wa láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà. Gbogbo àwọn tá a máa ń lo radio Lagos in Yorùbá, traffic radio in Yorùbá, LT3 both Yorùbá, English and pidgin language. Then our season K2 a máa ń sọ Yorùbá náà bẹ́ẹ̀ o, àwọn tó ní pé àti ìdọ́dọ̀ yìí lórí sọ yẹn àdébẹ̀ láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà ẹ ṣé.
A round of applause again, please. I feel that was not enough. Thank you. Right here, the essay has given accuracy in all details and has given facts and figures to the presentation. And I feel we have to give another round of applause. Thank you very much. So to every beginning, there's an end, and I'm coming to the very end of this particular session. And with utmost regard, I would like to invite respectfully the Permanent Secretary, Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement, Engineer Sholabumi Shashore.
Good afternoon, everyone.
First, I want to say very big thank you for having us here. So before to end, we say thank you very much for having us. Members of the press, honored guests, colleagues, management, staff, and otherwise, and fellow negotiants. Thank you very much for having our ministry here today. It's been an honor to serve you, and definitely an honor to represent what the administration has done in the last year. We were here in May 2025, and we're here in May 2026, and I hope that we'll be able to see the improvements that we have done so far. And once again, a very big thank you to our governor. Without him, we wouldn't be here to present all his dreams that are actually and to answer Cadre, I say a very big thank you to their support and the fact that constantly we come up with meetings. What we do in the office is our programs are based on what the residents are saying they want us to deal with from the previous program. And most times when we come with those new things, the accommodations will say very big thank you for the support. Very big thank you to a special advisor. Very thank you to him. In the long presentation and painstakingly taking his time to deliver that presentation. We say very thank you and always for your support as well, which is the office works properly. Very thank you to all the NGOs, the CSOs, and all the partners that work in the state that support us to achieve all that we do. And a very, very special thank you to Commissioner for Information. I always stress him, and it's always a big press. I will always say my last minute. And you always accommodate us, and also to the family secretary and section. We're so grateful for your support always. Without you, with all the things we're doing, we wouldn't have been able to do that. And to the people of Lagos State, thank you so much for giving us the privilege and the opportunity to serve you. Without you, really, we wouldn't be here. And I want you to know that we will continue to show up, listen to you, and take those things that you're saying back to our principles to make sure that you benefit from the governance that is yours. The dividends of democracy has been put there for you, and we're hoping that as this year rolls out, with all the things we want to do, we'll be able to definitely ensure that you benefit from all that your additional plans do. Once again, thank you very much. President is here. In long 2 hours, thank you very much. And we are grateful to the residents of Lagos State. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. That will be the end of this morning's session. So we'd like to call the Honorable Commissioner, the Special Advisor, the Permanent Secretary for a photograph.
Earlier,